STEP is a granting program that supports the collaboration between cultural practitioners across European borders and its neighbouring countries, initiated by the European Culture Foundation. Dance artist Ronnie Heller has been awarded a STEP travel grant in support of her journey from Israel to Germany, where she collaborated with the Lake Studios residency in Berlin to develop her dance piece. The collaboration between cultural practitioners can be a starting point for improved democratic practices and social change. This video explores how through the artistic collaboration, cultural and social impact may have been created.
STEP travel grants exist to allow and to support cultural change makers and activists, journalists, artists of all kinds, from all kinds of different disciplines, to travel and collaborate across borders. One example would be artists who really go for the political, the very civic activism type of things, and often in extremely challenging circumstances. And then you have people who are going for the pure arts part of it, who have the very aesthetic focus in their practice. What we also do want to reach is just people who have never traveled before, for instance. There is a very strong focus on communities and democratic practices on a very grassroots level. We wanted to include there way more focus on how one person's travel could really impact a wider group of people. We have a digital online space where people will be showcasing their projects, and also after they have returned, that's where they post travel reports. Then future applicants and grantees can go and read and connect to these people. This means that we support journeys that are taken by more sustainable forms of travel, so for instance trains or on-land travel in general, or art projects that focus on environmental art or activism around sustainability. We use STEP as a window to the field because it really shows us just the huge diversity and the variety of things that are going on in the wider European region at the moment.
Specific body parts. Can I think of releasing this joint to all directions in the same time?
This piece is for me a way to debate my, I can even say it's an obsession of a question of the existence of free will. Mm-hmm. Do I really decide what I do? Do I really have an influence on the course of things, or maybe I am just reacting?
Trying to dance. What else is, what else is there to try and do?
As dancers and choreographers, we have the illusion that we are deciding our movements and deciding to repeat them. And I was trying to go into the choreographic action and to incorporate this idea that it might be an illusion. I was trying to test this, and a lot of the testing is to take the dancers into situations of crisis, of accident, of survival, and to try to re-imprint some specific way to react in a certain moment. This for me has become the ultimate question about existence. Dance is not only movement or physical movement, it's an entity.
I'm a choreographer, a dancer, and a dance teacher, so I also do these things here, and I also run the space. The studio has been existing for 5 years. Mm-hmm. It was started in 2013. It's an open space for different types of expression and performance. Our space is not really funded from the government, so we support ourselves. It's like a point for international artists to arrive and to have a quiet and kind of safe space to live and work. Words to describe successful collaborations. Openness. What's important for me is that you have to keep a certain amount of your own vision, but like how to find this common vision.
Of course, they receive a lot of information from me while I'm teaching. It's a kind of a workshop, but still, in my sense, it's my side that is receiving from them their time, their skill, their bodies, their intention. The accent of each dancer is present, and it's very beneficial for me to watch this. Where is the common ground and where is the personal?
I find it really important to respect the artists and the art forms, and with grants it's just possible to concentrate fully on a project and a process without having to worry about at the same time also going to an 8-hour-a-day job. So the grant enables artists to realize bigger projects.
I'm very grateful because other than the funding of the STEP grant and the generosity of Lake Studios, this work was not funded in any way. So I'm investing my own money, and the dancers that are coming are not getting paid.
Members of the community will come, and there's a feedback session at the end in which they can give their impressions.
It's very important for me that the piece is made for the audience and not for the dancers and not for the choreographer. It's made as a form of communication to the audience. So in my pieces, every time I take a different aspect, and in this piece, how does the group influence me? And when the individual and the group relations, how do I remain human within this situation? What it means to be human. I feel a strong responsibility coming from Israel and acknowledging what is happening in my country and feeling so much pain and so much helplessness. In a way, my activism is to awaken myself all the time and to try not to be numb. I try to remain human to the highest level of understanding and to care for the common interests of the people involved. It is an effort to be human.
Starling birds spread synchronically in collaboration with their peers towards a common direction and goal. Likewise, the STEP Travel Grant promotes the expansion of new ideas that spread across social, cultural, and regional boundaries. The initiation of Ronnie's project might have sparked new ideas within the audience and participating dancers towards a stronger notion of solidarity, social inclusion, and environmental awareness.
Matter.
Need. Noise.
Motivation.
Growth.
People. Home. Generosity.
Group.
Courage.
Torch of fire.
Doing something even though you don't know what's going to come out of it.
Breaking walls.
Mobility.
Freedom.
Connection.
Passion.
Fire.
It's like a fire that just appears.
Passion.
Life.